Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my most humble pranams at Bhagawan's lotus feet. Dearest Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, oneness with God. When I was contemplating and thinking about this topic and going through my diaries, by the way, I have 9 or 10 of my diaries, anything and everything related to Swami, by Swami's grace, got into this habit of writing down everything. And today when I go and visit my journals and my diaries, it's a beautiful experience. Because when some nice experience happens to us, we think it is so memorable and we will never forget it in life. But we forget it within 1 or 2 years itself. When I visit my diaries, I look at so many dreams of Swami that I have had. And when I read them, it feels like a new experience. It's like, oh, did I have this dream? Especially the dreams of when I was 16-year-old, when I was 18 years old, when I was 25 years old. Oh, when I read it, sometimes it makes new meaning now. Sometimes it is like I don't even know, oh, this happened to me. I feel it's very important that we write down any and every experience related to Swami and spiritual growth. Write it down, record it as an audio, record it as a video, some way or the other. Because it is so useful for ourselves. I had met a gentleman who told me that he had got more than 100 interviews with Swami. I was like, wow, you must be a treasure trove of stories then. Even if you just narrate what happened in the interview room, it will take 100 days, 1 day per interview, right? But this person could not. What happened? Yeah, Swami had given vibhuti, Swami helped in this. Then, no, don't tell me random stuff. Tell me in detail. At the same time, I have also met people who have possibly had just one darshan of Swami. What happened during that darshan? They will narrate it for 1.5 hours. Darshan itself is 15 minutes. But that is the impact that has had, and that much you have ruminated that darshan, every look, the touch, everything has meaning and deep significance, and it's connected to 10 incidents in life. Wow. So I realized that our experience with God is two ways. Swami would always say in his discourses, and back then I would not understand what it meant. I used to just take it as a dialogue. What is it? Swami would say, God is the positive terminal. You are the negative terminal. Positive and negative terminal, when they connect, there will be electricity. So I used to generally think that God is positive, God is good, we are negative, we are bad. When we connect, I don't know what's electricity, something. But I've written down every time. I used to write down every discourse that Swami would speak. I did not know that a time will come when everything will be digitally available on the internet. But I used to write it. Yesterday we discussed that, right? The act of writing brings together thought, word and deed. And it's a beautiful sadhana in itself. So I used to write down discourses, and I used to not understand what does Swami mean by telling God is the positive, you are negative, and Swami would say God's grace is positive, human effort is negative. Then I understood that positive and negative has got nothing to do with being positive and being negative. It is just two electrodes, two terminals of a battery, the positive terminal and negative terminal. And what Swami is saying, this is my understanding, is that just one terminal is not enough to make the current flow. Just God's grace is not enough to make the current flow. You need human effort as well. Both have to connect. So also, when Swami grants us an experience, in fact, there is this beautiful writing attributed to Swami. In fact, Swami had written it in a note to a devotee, that after my darshan, find a quiet spot, spend time by yourself to receive the completion of my blessings. Don't go and start talking. Because during darshan, when Swami is walking around, what happens is God's grace being showered. That is the positive terminal of the battery. But after that is the negative terminal. We need that. Then only the current will flow. That's why the sincere seekers, even in Ramesh Hall or Kulwant Hall or Kodaikanal, wherever Swami was, after darshan they will go away from, don't want to talk with each other, with anybody, put a mat, sit, sincerely follow that. Most of us would get up, dust our mat. So today I think upma is no bonda, very tasty. You should try that. That coffee yesterday, sugar. This is what over dissipated. The grace has fallen, but it has dissipated. Swami would say that when it rains, the rain falls uniformly on all. But we feel somebody is more blessed, somebody is less blessed. Swami would say that depends on the size of your vessel. Your heart is a vessel. How big it is, that much water it can hold. God will shower. Then Swami would say, forget size of the vessel. You keep it to upside down. However big, it won't fill only. We have to make those efforts. And that's why I feel journaling or writing down. When we attend a convention like this, there will be those moments when we feel so inspired, so connected. Record it. Write it down so that you can revisit it. Trust me, after 5 years, you won't be able to. Even now, when I prepare for my talks, I go to my diaries and blogs. I have only written that blog. I mean, I think I have written. It is ego. Swami has, when that blog has come, for that moment, some connection has been achieved with Swami and that writing has come. So now for my talk, though mentally I thought I will share this experience, I went and read it again. And I'm like, wow, how superb it is. I'm inspired by my blog because it's not my blog. It was that moment of connection that happened with Swami that inspired me to write it in that manner. I'm not able to reproduce it now. So I go back and refer to it. And I feel, oh, wow, it is so nice. So please try to make it a habit. Any experience, I record it. If I get a Swami's dream, immediately after getting up, I write it fresh. Because believe me, after 5 days, 10 days, when I'm narrating the dream to somebody else, already the things have changed, the details have changed. Because as you get up, morning, some things happen, that will mix with the dream, more things will mix, your interpretation will come. The pristine quality of the dream is gone. When Swami gives a dream, Swami says, Swapna Darshan, Sathya Darshan. Swami coming in the dream is as real as Swami coming in the physical presence, and therefore note it down. You never know how it will come true. I've had so many experiences where Swami's dream have come true. Swami tells something and that thing happens. I made multiple videos on that. But many dreams have not come true still, or I have not yet understood it. But for me to be able to appreciate that and say that, oh, this has happened, I need to have a record of it. Otherwise, I would have forgotten. If you now ask me, share all your dreams of Swami, possibly I can share 5 or 6 dreams or 10 dreams. I think I must have had at least 50 or 60 dreams. I need to go back to my diaries. That is why it is so important, not just the dream, any experience. When I was traveling to the United States, like when I was coming to Malaysia here, the whole plane was full. Exactly one seat that was empty was the one beside me. I felt amazing. I recorded it. I just put it there. Because now when I look back, when I was going to United States, I remember the plane was full. I knew it beforehand only. So I was telling Swami, the seat next to me can't be empty because the plane is full. But some way, Swami, show me that you are there. Some way. And I was sitting in my seat thinking, Swami, I want, I like that indication. And I am able to remember this because I recorded it. I have written it down. A person comes wearing bright orange t-shirt and sits next to me. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Same color, exact. So I thought, you know what I'll do? For me to record it, I will take a photo. But how will I take his photo? So I thought I'll take a selfie in such a way that he's also included. So I waited for him to turn to the other side and talk to his wife. And as he was talking to his wife, I kept the selfie, and as I'm about to click, he turned this side. And he saw me. And he said, selfie? So I said, yeah, just selfie. myself. I'm trying to tell him, I was just taking off myself like that, not you. You photo bombed me like. But that person then says, Miku Telugu vacha? Means he asks me in Telugu, do you know Telugu? Like, yeah, I can. I can understand. I can speak also. Then he says, no, because I know only Telugu. I don't know any other. Now, what is the chance of a person wearing a bright orange t-shirt sitting and telling, I know only Telugu? Of course, Swami knows all languages, but it feels nice, right? So I was really stunned. I was really amazed. And I said, yeah, I know Telugu. So he said, then can you speak to my daughter? Where's your daughter? He said, she's in Canada. I'll just call. And he called and gave the phone, wondering what's happening. And the daughter says, see, my parents, I'm getting them to Canada and they have no idea of English. So they have to change flights at Doha. Can you please help them and, put them at the correct wherever boarding point is? I said, nah, don't worry. I'm also catching a flight to America, but I will first drop them and then I will. And that's what I did. I guided this uncle and auntie to their place. And just as I'm about to leave, this orange t-shirt Swami tells me, you know what? I don't know if you believe in God or not, but for us, you're like God, he told. I told him, you know what? I don't know if you'll believe or not, but for me, and I am able to remember all these details because I noted down the details. So kindly, anytime you feel that connection, you feel that inspiration, note it down. Today, technology is available. You can just tell, hey Siri, listen, record whatever I'm telling, and you can talk and tell, record it as an audio or a video or in your diary, something. Because 2 years later, you would have forgotten 100% unless you've written it down. The act of writing or recording itself imprints it in your mind. So this elaborate introduction was to say that when I was in about 9th or 10th grade, if I see my diary, I'll know the exact thing. I had a dream in which it was a long elaborate dream of Swami. But the point that I wanted to bring was, in that dream, Swami told me, I will give you the sixth fruit, he told. So I thought, okay, what is it? Then Swami asked me, what is the sixth fruit? So I don't know what's the sixth fruit. Anybody has an idea what's the sixth fruit? So luckily Swami himself said, sixth fruit is jnana, he said. Oh, I said, very nice. I was very impressed. As a child, I was very impressed because jnana, you hear jnana, that's it. And it's some high funda stuff. So Swami said he will give jnana. So I recorded it. Many years later, yesterday I was referring to the time when I felt that spiritual stagnation and I felt I'm not evolving and all that, right? During that time, one of the other things also that I did was going through the diaries, and I remembered this dream. Oh, see, Swami, I said he will give me jnana. Oh, so that is something to look forward to now, right? Next stage, you finish your school, you want to go to college, something like that. Something you need. So I was thinking of, okay, so now when Swami says he will give jnana, what is the meaning? How will he give jnana? What is jnana? Again, I had another dream, which I remember because I've recorded it. In the beginning of the dream, yeah, there's other stuff. But towards the end of the dream, Swami is holding a letter that I have written to him. And he calls me and he says, look at this. And in the letter, he points out to one word. Supposedly, I have written it. The word is knowledge. But that is not looking like my handwriting. It's very neat, very nice cursive handwriting, calligraphic almost it is. But that word is a knowledge, and he underlines that. He says, look at this, knowledge. I said, oh, okay, Swami. I don't know what I understood in the dream, because when I woke up, I'm not able to recollect anything. I said, okay, Swami. Swami, okay, fine. Yeah. Oh, okay, Swami. In the dream, I understood everything, what Swami was meaning by pointing that word. But when I woke up, I didn't. But I just wrote down this dream. That Swami pointed to this word knowledge. It was very cursive handwriting. It was like calligraphy. It was very nice. And because I wrote it, I'm able to remember. Even now when I close my eyes, I remember how that word knowledge was written. Sometime later, my roommates, I was the room leader. My roommates gifted me a small Bhagavad Gita, pocket Bhagavad Gita. Very small it is. I think more than the Bhagavad Gita, the cuteness of the book is what they wanted. It was very small, very neat. I still have that book. And if you open, it's very thick. So on left side, there is a shloka with its meaning. Right side also shloka meaning, nothing, no interpretation, nothing. Just shloka meaning. All the 700 odd shlokas of the Bhagavad Gita in that book. So I thought, okay, since they've given me, so every day I thought I'll read one shloka and its meaning. Right? When I arrived at chapter 4, it is, Jnana Yoga. And there under it, they have given the translation, the yoga of knowledge. And when I saw that word knowledge, it was in that same font, same cursive writing, and same like that, like what Swami had shown in my letter. I said, oh, wow, it is like, see, I get goosebumps. It's like a treasure hunt with Swami, Allah, this is the clue. This is what it is. So I'm going to get knowledge, it is in this chapter. This is what I have to read. So I started reading chapter 4. It's called the Yoga of Transcendental Knowledge, Jnana Yoga. So let's explore Jnana Yoga. And I started reading that chapter. Now, as I'm reading that chapter, in the beginning, it's all very, I don't know how it is. So Krishna is telling, oh Arjuna, listen, this knowledge was not given to anybody. It was first given to sun. I gave it to the sun. And Arjuna is telling, you gave to sun. How? You are born just now. Sun is there from so many years. I'm like, oh Arjuna, basics, man. Come on, don't ask this avatar. It's come, it's timeless, ageless. Like things I know, you don't know, Arjuna. Like many times I used to feel like that Arjuna is one very lucky guy. He just got off Krishna. And everybody, because he got Krishna, they say, great devotee Arjuna. And I used to feel anything Arjuna did, I can also do. Yeah, if Krishna is by my side, I'll also do. What is the big deal? Look at this. Arjuna doesn't even know basics. Krishna is telling, I taught the sun god, And Arjuna is telling, how God? How Krishna? You were just born now. Sun has been here, you fellow, you don't know body, Atma, Paramatma. Basics, these are all, right? SSC basics. Doesn't know. Didn't go to SSC class. Arjuna. Drona taught only bow and arrow. No. It reminds me, it's again a detour. Many times, now I'm stating it like that. I'm nowhere near Arjuna. Arjuna is phenomenal, is great. Because Swami taught that to me. He taught me, you think you're Arjuna. Because, Swami used to tell this story. He used to narrate the story often that Krishna, Arjuna are walking, taking a stroll in the garden, and Krishna says, oh, look, Arjuna, there's a crow. And Arjuna says, oh, Lord, yes, it's a crow. No, I think it's an eagle. Yeah, Lord, it's an eagle. And Krishna is saying that this Arjuna is not even looking up. Yeah, correct. No, I think it's a dove. Yeah, it's a dove. Arjuna, you're a fool or what? Not even seeing, you see at least, no. Says, Lord, I trust your word more than my eyes. You tell it's a dove, it's a dove. That's all. Swami says, see, that great Arjuna is. And I used to sit there, not at all impressed. Big deal, Swami. If you tell, I'll also agree. Give me a chance. Okay. Anybody will like, what is the big deal? Arjuna? You said crow, Arjuna said crow. I'll also tell. Try me. I'm also Arjuna only. Simply you'll praise. You'll praise Arjuna so much. So, as I said, I had this habit of writing down discourses. But when you write the discourse, the problem is you're not able to see Swami because you're seeing and writing. So, I don't know whether you should write it down on the spot. At that time, as I said, I didn't know. I used to think these are golden words of the Lord getting wasted into the ether because we'll forget. So, I used to write it down. But when Swami comes to a story, he'll tell, one story I'll tell. Once there was a guru, I'll listen, I'll start writing. This story I know. Because he'll repeat the story, right? So story part, I'll sit and see Swami. Because I'll just write reference, this story. Chinnakatha 45, that's it. Yeah, he's repeating. So whenever it came to the Arjuna Krishna story, Arjuna Krishna story. But I used to just note down the birds because each time Swami will change the birds. And they'll make it dove. Today it was crow, whichever, today parrot, and that bird's chance to get blessed. And I feel Swami also must be getting bored, right? Telling the same story. So for variety, he'll vary. So one day in Trai Vrindavan, we are sitting there and Swami started again. Once Krishna and Arjuna, okay, Krishna Arjuna walk story. Okay, birds dash. As Swami tells, I'll just write the names. That day Swami said, and Krishna said, Arjuna, look, there's a lion. Swami, what are you telling? Lion. Ayyo. And I'm seeing this was the first Trai session for the new academic year. So many new students are sitting. In our center parlance, it will be like new devotees have come. So you need Swami to be at his best to impress them. Swami, don't make like these blunders. Lion. And Swami continues. Unfazed Swami continues. And Arjuna said, yes, Krishna, it's a lion. And then Krishna said, no, Arjuna, I think that's a horse. And Arjuna says, yes, Lord. I'm like, oh God, Swami. So I struck off the bird and I wrote horse, lion. Strange, what Swami is doing? Swami, I'm just looking around now. Hope these new boys don't misunderstand, don't think that Swami is, you're so protective of Swami's image. You think that we think we are the protector and Swami needs our protection. Anyway, Swami told that story and he left. Later on, when I was looking back at this, I realized, oh my God, I thought I'm like Arjuna. I'm like Arjuna as long as he sticks to the birds. The minute he shifts to the animals, I'm not Arjuna. I'm like, hey, how can lion fly, oh Lord? Like, it's not possible at all. I realized, oh, here was Swami showing me, you fool, you thought you're Arjuna. Whatever Krishna will tell you, will agree. Your surrender is limited to birds. The two birds which can fly. Possibly if I told ostrich, you wouldn't have believed. If I told kiwi, you wouldn't have believed. Penguin, you wouldn't have believed. Oh, yes, I failed. But Arjuna also has failed, right? Many times. He has also, oh Lord, forgive me. So I said, oh Swami, forgive me. Sorry. One more chance you give. One more chance. I'll show myself as Arjuna. Next time I thought that even if Swami tells, he said, look, dragon is flying. I'll believe. Ah, dragon. Yes, no problem. Dragon flying. Oh, Swami said. That was my... But I never got a chance because Swami always told after that the story in... But some years later, 2009, I got the chance to accompany Swami to Hadshi. And when we were in Hadshi, one session we had where I was showing him some of the photos we had taken and Swami was sitting and watching them on the screen and enjoying it. It was nice. Half an hour interaction with Swami. So different photos I had taken. So one day early in the morning I had gone and the sunrise, I had gone behind Swami's residence. So the Swami's residence is like a silhouette, black and the orange skies. And I thought it very poetic, like Swami's residence it is. And the whole sky is orange. It's like Swami is there and something beautiful. I showed. And that photo came and said, see Swami. Like, so much joy. Like Swami also will see the poet. He's called Kavinam Kavi. Means he's the poet among poets. So he must be thrilled with that. Swami saw that photo for some time. And then said, beautiful, no? The moon? I said, no Swami, the sun. I mean, no, it's moon, no? No, Swami, it is sun. No, see how dark it is. Nighttime moon is there. No, Swami, see that's orange. Orange is sun. Moon will be white. No, I'll say, Chand aur suraj tumne banai. Means you made the sun and the moon. But I'm telling no, this is not the sun. This is not the moon, this is the sun. I mean, is it? Then why it is so dark? How to explain to him exposure and I have reduced exposure, set it to the sun and Swami in photography, like trust me Swami, I am a photographer, I know it. It's the sun Swami, it's the sun. Okay, if you say so then it's the sun. Yeah Swami, it's the sun. Oh nice. Okay, we went ahead. Again after the session got over, right? I was like, oh God, here's another Arjuna. There Arjuna said, Lord, whatever you say. Here I made the Lord tell, okay, whatever you say. So it's not easy. It's not easy to be Arjuna. Solitary in isolation when we view, we think Arjuna is exhibiting awareness by telling that, oh Krishna, you are God. I also have that awareness. But his awareness was not just awareness. It was constant. Whether it was horse, whether it was cattle, anything that is flying, he would have agreed. It was constant awareness. And it was not just constant awareness, it was integrated awareness. Not just for birds flying in the sky. When I tell sun, moon also, you will remember I am God. When I tell why, I'll never ask why did this happen, because I know God is in charge, everything is for the good. That's why Swami would say, not ordinary awareness, constant integrated awareness. That awareness that Swami is God has to be constant and it has to be integrated in all aspects. Not only when I'm sitting in the center or when I'm doing bhajan. That's a nice way to connect, but after that, that connect should last for the full day. If it doesn't last for the day, then I need 2 sessions. What is the use of attending these retreats or these satsangs? Anyway, by tomorrow I'll go bad. Anyway, I'll forget everything. What is the use of bhajan? It's like telling, what is the use of taking bath? Anyway, in the evening I'll get dirty. In the evening, if you're going to get dirty, take 2 baths. That's what it is. If you think that inspiration and divine spark is going off, indulge more in it. Don't think bath is useless. Bath is needed. Needed for your survival, for survival of others around also. Same way our sadhana is needed for our happiness and for happiness of people around also. When you do sadhana and when we do sadhana and when we are happy, others also feel like being in our presence. Hey, very nice. Hey. Even if we don't take bath, they will be in our presence. Because the fragrance of spirituality overpowers the bodily odors. That's how it is. That's why people would flock around Shirdi Baba. Shirdi Baba was wearing an old, it doesn't matter. That thing about having goodness, practicing it, indulging in satsang, we should do all of this. So again, going back, Arjuna, Krishna is explaining in that chapter. That is where I was, right? In that book, he's explaining this is what it is. Okay, fine. Arjuna, okay. If he cleared all the doubts, now Arjuna, then he tells, then the famous shlokas, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. Whenever dharma declines, I come to uplift dharma, that which everybody quotes. Krishna, when we were small, no? Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, only this one, yada yada. If at all we are little extra smart, we will tell one more also. Paritranaya sadhunam vina, that is the next. 2 shlokas later, Krishna tells this. See, all our quotable quotes of Lord Krishna from Bhagavad Gita is all chapter 4 only. Oh, important chapter it is. But I am interested in knowledge. So Krishna then, for almost 18 shlokas, no, he's introducing himself to Arjuna to tell him that, I'm capable of giving jnana. Okay, Krishna, fine. I don't need these first 18 shlokas because I'm convinced that you can give. So first 18 shlokas, he's establishing the himself as a guru there. Done. Then he starts explaining about knowledge, jnana. So he says, if you're a jnani, you're like this. You're unaffected by ups and downs. Okay. This is the quality of a jnani. What is the next shloka? You will not criticize. You will not, okay, this further quality. Going on and on and on about qualities of a jnani. Oh, Krishna, fine. These are the qualities of a jnani. How on earth am I going to reach that? That you tell. How to get that knowledge? He goes on and on and on. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You can just summarize it as the qualities of a jnani. How to identify a person of knowledge. 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. The chapter is getting over. Krishna, come fast. Point pe aa jao. In Hindi they tell that. Like, come to the point. How do you get? This is Jnana Yoga. I thought Jnana Yoga is about how to get knowledge. 31, 32. Still is describing. Oh, Jnani is like this, or Jnani is like that. How do I get Jnana, Krishna? And at 34 he tells, okay. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. Only shloka in that whole chapter that tells you how you will get jnana. Because after that 35, no, again he goes back to, and a jnani is like this. Oh, 34. Just have to. If anybody asks me chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, just read 34 enough. Rest of it you can skip. Nothing is there. I mean, we are all established devotees. We know Krishna is God. We know Jnani, everything. So we just need that. That's all. We think like that. Now this shloka, Tadvidhi Pranipatena, is a very, very beautiful shloka and very, very significant shloka. In fact, one entire chapter in Shirdi Sai Satcharitra is about this shloka. Because Shirdi Baba is sitting in the Dwarka Mai, and I forget this devotee's name. Very well-read, learned devotee sitting at Shirdi Baba's feet and chanting the Bhagavad Gita shlokas. So he starts chanting this, Tadvidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Upade. And Shirdi Baba says, hey, what are you telling? He says, Baba, Shirdi Baba, Baba, these are Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Okay, what is the meaning of that, what you're saying? And he gives a general meaning. See, if you want to get jnana, you should. He tells the meaning. I'm not telling it now because I'm building up the suspense. So if you don't go out for tea or restroom. Okay. So he gives. Then Baba says, no. Don't give me general meaning. Give me detailed word-to-word meaning. And he's thinking, Baba, this is Sanskrit intricate. How you will understand? Like, enough, no, general meaning enough for you. Like, he's thinking like this. Then Baba says, no. Tell me full meaning. He says, okay. So Tadvidhi, he explains, Pranipatena. Pranipatena means by offering devotion and saluting, by offering devotion and saluting. Pranipata, okay. Pariprashna. Pariprashna means by asking questions. Sevaya. Sevaya means by serving. Okay. And then Shirdi Baba says, one second. What is it? Pranipata means what? Pranipata means prostration with devotion. Okay. Pata means, oh, Baba knows Sanskrit. Okay. Baba, Pata means to prostrate. Then why did that Vyasa put Pranipata? He's fool or what? Pata also means prostration. Pranipata also means prostration. Then why did he tell Pranipata? He doesn't know why he told Pranipata and not just Pata. Maybe to match the rhyme scheme, Baba. I don't know. Like, just fine. Prashna. Prashna means what? Baba, Prashna means to ask question. Pariprashna means what? Baba, to ask question. Then again he's fool. What? Why is he telling Prashna is enough, no? I don't know. It's in Bhagavad Gita is in one meter, poetic meter. To match the meter, you inflate it with words. Like, I don't know what, Baba. It's just, you're not understood only. That's when he realizes, oh God, this is the fountainhead of knowledge. And Baba explains. Actually, Pata or Pranipata actually means falling at the feet. You can, you are walking on the road, you'll just trip and fall also at somebody's feet. Like that, if you fall at Guru's feet, you won't get. You can't trip and fall. No, somebody is going in the car, they'll listen. Nardehi Narayan Baba. That doesn't mean you attended bhajan. You're walking by somebody is playing in their home and you listen. No, it's not. You have to do it with sincerity. In Puttaparthi, we used to get the device. You wind it and turn it on. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Oh, it will go on full day. And people for doing Nirantar Namasmarana, they'll play it on. The device will get moksha. Within 10 days, it will be gone. We won't get. It's not about just playing that sound. We have to do it on a same way. Pranipata doesn't mean falling at the feet. You can't trip and fall. Now I'm sitting down, somebody sits there, I put my hand like that to stretch, I touch his feet. That is not Pad Namaskar. You have to feel it and you have to surrender. That is surrender. And when you surrender, you need not even fall at the feet. Surrender is something that happens from within. That is Pranipata. That is devotion. Pariprashna. Pariprashna is not questioning for the sake of questioning. For the checking whether the Guru knows the answer or not. Swami explains that you must have that yearning to know the answer. It must burn you from within. If I don't get this answer, I don't want to, I need this answer. It must obsess you. I need to know this answer. Food? No, I don't want it. How, what is it? Why are you not having your food? Because I'm wondering what is the answer to this. That is what when they say, find out who am I? Oh, who am I? Okay, now lunchtime, let me have lunch, then I'll come and continue my search. No, I forget lunch. Somebody comes and tells. That's what would happen to these masters. Whether it's Ramana Maharshi or Ramakrishna, somebody would come and tell, hey, it's food time, have food. Oh, okay, fine. No, eat. They stuff food also. They need reminders, eat. Because they're so lost in that enquiry. So, Pariprashna is to ask with that yearning. If I don't get this answer, I won't. And Sevaya, by serving. Upadekshanti te jnanam means generally even Adi Shankaracharya translates it like that only, which is then that jnana, knowledge will be conferred upon you. Upadekshanti means you will get that, te, that jnanam, with knowledge. Then you will get that knowledge from whom? Jnanina Tattva Darshina. From the ones who have realized and from those Tattva Darshina who have seen that, who have had that experience. Such beings will confer this jnana on you if you are devoted to them, if you serve them, and if you ask, inquire from them with all intensity and yearning. So guess what? Finally, this knowledge comes from devotion to the master, service to the master, and questioning to the master. Master meaning the one who has knowledge, and we are lucky to have the avatar as the master. Why? Because there Shirdi Baba again explains. As I said, Adi Shankara writes, you will get this knowledge from these people. And Shirdi Baba says, is that the correct translation? Baba, Upadekshanti te jnanam means they will give you this knowledge. No. In Sanskrit, you can break it in another way. So, te jnanam is te plus jnanam is te jnanam. Te plus ajnanam is also te jnanam. So, Baba says that is the correct meaning. What? They will teach. Ajnanam means ignorance. They will teach non-knowledge, ignorance. Baba, what? Doesn't make sense. These jnanis and these self-realized souls will teach us ajnana. Baba says, yes. There's nothing to teach in jnana. There's nothing about discovering the sun. You just have to clear the clouds. The master will teach you what is ignorance. He will teach you what is Maya, because once you know what is Maya, you already have the knowledge. Because you and me are one. That is oneness with God. That is the topic for today. Oneness with God comes from clearing ignorance. And Baba explains this, that the master, the Lord, when he teaches, he doesn't teach you knowledge. When you are yearning for knowledge, when you are asking questions for knowledge, when you are serving him to get that knowledge, when you offer devotion to him or her, whatever, then the Lord or Guru, Satguru will teach you what is ignorance, teach you what is Maya. Once you know what is Maya, then you know what is knowledge. Because Baba would say, Swami would say that the divine sculptor, he doesn't chisel Krishna from one stone. He just chips away all that is not Krishna. Oh, this is not Krishna, remove it. This is not Krishna. And in the end, Krishna stands revealed. So also, Swami chips away from us all that is not us. Ego that is not you. Pride that is not you. Remove all this, what stands is divinity. That is that process. That is why we need this sadhana. I think I have another 15 minutes maybe, because why I gave this elaborate introduction and detailing is because now we can understand why we do the seva that we do. In order to achieve oneness with God, we have to achieve knowledge. In order to achieve that knowledge, I need to express devotion to the Guru. I need to serve my Guru. And I need to yearn and ask and seek answers from my Guru. All from Guru, from God, not from somebody else. The satsang that I am delivering here at best is an inspiration, that's it. Is a motivator to seek from within. I can't give anybody any answers and nobody can give me answers. All my answers have to come from Swami. But I can listen to Uncle Manoj's talk, I can listen to Brother Sugu's talk and feel inspired and feel, hey, yeah, I should also seek. That's all it is. We can't. Hey, how is the lunch? Superb la. Terrific. Oh, you ate? Yes. Full stomach? Full. Ah, I am also full. No, I can't. I have to go and eat. How much ever anybody may eat and fill and leave a burp, my stomach won't fill. I have to go and eat. So also how many ever talks I may listen to, I may feel inspired and hey, I also want, very tasty, so good. I have to eat it on my own. So therefore, yes, Swami, I want to serve you. How do I serve you? दिन दुखियों से प्रेम करो मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा. You want to serve me? Serve mankind. Service to man is service to God. Grama Seva is Rama Seva. Jana Seva is Janardana Seva. Nara Seva is Narayana Seva. Oh, okay. So, see, now we understand why we do. So, I am not doing service because there is hunger in Malaysia. I am not doing to eradicate poverty from India. No. I am doing this because I want to serve my master, because I want to get jnana, because I want to have oneness with God. Let us never forget the objective of service. I'm serving for my benefit. I'm not coming and serving to uplift humanity. That's ego. Foolish to think that. That is why I'm doing service. One nice way how to express my devotion to God. 9 forms are there. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Vandanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Swami would sing. Whether I sing, whether I chant, whether I speak, whether I listen, whether I do puja, whether I do offering, all of this I'm doing as an expression of devotion. Why? So that I get jnana. Why? So that I become one with God. So I'm not doing for somebody else. I'm not coming to the center, cleaning the photo and arranging flowers for Swami or for the devotee. No, I'm doing it for myself. And when I'm indulging in study circle, when I'm sitting, asking, participating in satsang, discussion, I'm not doing it for the success of a event, or I'm not doing it for the sake of a panel discussion. I'm doing it because I need these answers. We are all fellow pilgrims on that path. It's important to know this basis so that we understand why we have the three wings in the organization: the spiritual wing, the devotional wing, the service wing. Because these are the three ways which is told even in the Bhagavad Gita. The spiritual wing is for pariprashna, asking questions. The service wing is for sevaya, and the devotional wing is for pranipata. That is why. In fact, when the super specialty hospital was built in Puttaparthi, everybody felt, now, any problem, don't worry, go, our super is there, Swami is there to take care. So all the different state presidents from different states, they would just tell everybody, go to Puttaparthi, go to Puttaparthi. Suddenly, Puttaparthi hospital had huge queues, waiting list. Everybody is coming there for treatment, free treatment, and oh God, such a long queue. So what to do? Swami once called all the office bearers for a office bearers meeting. Only office bearers. And Swami said, see, you just refer and send all patients here. And they come and crowd the hospital. They are not able to get a slot because it's full already, working in full capacity. So what to do? They have already traveled and come. Most of them are poor people. So then they come to Kulanthal here. Hope that Swami, you cure now. Hospital is full, so you cure. So is Swami having a problem with this? That's not Swami's problem. See, in the state of Madhya Pradesh in India, National Thermal Power Corporation, it's one of India's biggest energy producers. Thermal power plant it is. From coal they create electricity, and so therefore a lot of people are employed there. And this is a story in the 1990s, I'm saying. So there was this person, Krishnan uncle. I know Krishnan uncle, devotee of Swami, and he was a manager there. And he had one worker who would come and work in their home and different homes. A Bengali worker. I don't know his name. I just call him Ramesh simply for the reference. That's it. So Ramesh. He used to see the Swami's photo in this person's house, Krishnan uncle's house, and he had respect for Swami, but he didn't believe Swami is God and all that. He just left it at that. Then one day he came and told uncle that, my eyesight is deteriorating. I'm not able to see properly. When it gets dark, so he gets him checked up, and because he's not able to afford all that, so he gets him checked, and he realizes that he needs to get an operation done for 2 lakh rupees back then, which was very expensive for him. His monthly salary was 5,000. Imagine he's getting 5,000 per month and he needs 200,000 for that surgery. It was not just tough for him, it was even tough for Krishnan uncle to sponsor that for him. So he said, can you help me? And what Krishnan uncle told him is, you do one thing. Every Thursday we have bhajans at home. You come for bhajan. And every Sunday we do this seva. You come and join that seva. He said, for what? He said, this will help you. This will help me. Yes, it will help you in your eye problem. Okay. He had nothing else, so he said he'll come. But why Krishnan uncle told this to him? That's because this advice was given to him by Mr. Sachdeva, who was then the state president of Madhya Pradesh. What was this advice? The advice that Mr. Sachdeva heard from Swami that day in the bhajan hall. What Swami had said? Swami said, see, when you send them for treatment, tell them to do some bhajan, some sadhana, something, and send. Because when they do that and come here, if hospital is not available, they'll come. Then looking at their bhajan account, their seva account, I will cure them. See how Swami is saying. Swami is saying, you're sending patients here. Don't simply send them. Tell them to do some bhajan, seva, and then come. Then I will take care. So this Mr. Sachdeva had called all his other office bearers, everyone, and told, hey, do this. Don't simply send to Puttaparthi. Tell them to do sadhana and seva and go. So now Krishna uncle, though this fellow doesn't believe, he says, Swami, he's not a devotee, but I'm telling him, let's see. Hey, Ramesh, you go and do some bhajan and this. Oh, okay. So he started doing bhajan, this. At that time there was no ophthalmology department there. So he can't send him to Puttaparthi. He's doing this and suddenly that deteriorating eye now, it stopped deteriorating. It got stuck. Which itself was great for Ramesh. Abba, it's not degrading further. And on top of that, he began to enjoy. He began to enjoy bhajan, he began to enjoy service, and he became active there. He became an active member of that Samiti now. He'll get people, he'll tell his other workers, hey, come, nice it is, you should do bhajan, you come, like full. Like this 7-8 months passed. Then it was Krishna uncle's birthday that time. And when his birthday came, his wife told him, he said, hey, see, you just told him, don't worry, you do, it'll all be fine. He's happy, I know, that is there, but something we need to do for him. Something we need to do. His eye surgery, it has stopped deteriorating, but still it's in a bad shape. He says, yeah, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what I'm. On that day, suddenly, his long-time friend whom he has not been in touch for a very long time, calls him and says, hey, Krishnan, happy birthday. Oh, Raghu, oh, very nice. They're talking. So where are you now? What are you doing? Raghu happens to be working in Shankar Netralaya. Shankar Netralaya is another wonderful hospital which does a lot of charity. Eye hospital it is. He's working there. You're seeing where I'm headed to. So he says, happy birthday. He says, you're in Shankar Netralaya. Listen, no, I have this one person, and he tells full Ramesh story. He says, oh, okay, take it as my birthday. If you send, refer him here, I'll take care, don't worry. And free of cost at Shankar Netralaya, Ramesh gets his treatment done. And then Ramesh comes and tells, sir, you told me do seva and bhajan and my eyes will get all right. What you told is right, sir. Sai Baba is God. That is the power of seva. That is the power of seva. In fact, Swami would tell, why I tell boys to go and distribute prasadam? Because I don't know whether you'll do on your own or not. But a time will come in your life when you will want God's help. And you'll tell Swami, help me. At that time I'll think, what did he do? Oh yeah. He served prasadam to devotees. So yes, I'll bless him. God is like that only. When Krishna cut his finger, it started bleeding. All Rukmini and all ran to find Dettol, Savlon, whatever, that time's antiseptics. But Draupadi, she just tore her sari, silk sari. Woman tearing silk sari, very rare. Very rare. She tore and tied Krishna's finger. Many years later, she is being humiliated in open court and she says, Krishna. Krishna says, Draupadi? Oh, hey, Draupadi gave me sari. Huh? I'll also give sari. How much Draupadi gave? 2 inches. How much Krishna gave? Guinness Book of World Records. Longest sari ever. Endless. That's how God is. All this seva that we do, it's like our insurance premiums. But God's insurance will come at the time of our need and help us beyond. There's no limitation at all. That is God's grace. But we need to pay some premium at least. Because even if God multiplies it 1,000,000 times, if our initial deposit is 0, we get back 0 only. That is why seva. I'm doing seva as my insurance. I can't tell I'm paying insurance premium for the benefit of that life insurance company. No. I'm paying it for my insurance. Same way bhajan. I know I'm exceeding. I'll just take 5 minutes, please. There's a beautiful story. There is this lady passed away, but great devotee of Swami. She used to sing in the Brindavan bhajan group. Parvati Mahadevan auntie. She's composed many bhajans also. She should be very, very sincere in her worship. Whichever path you take, no problem. Very sincere she used to be in her worship. And Swami had given her one lingam. Materialized and given her a lingam. And so many times she would do so sincerely that linga puja because Swami has given, right? That she'll sometimes get late for darshan. Swami will come and tell, where's Parvati? She's not, I gave her that lingam. She doesn't come and see Shiva only, sitting and worshipping the lingam there. And why are you late? Swami, linga, you have given Swami, I have to. But Swami would appreciate that. So one day she's doing her puja and she used to live alone. The power went off. A burglar has got into her house. She has forgotten to lock her house room. And that guy is slowly stealing and he sees in that maybe lamp of the Lord's lamp, he sees that gleaming Mangal Sutra, gold. He tries to snatch that. And when he tries to snatch, she's so involved in her puja, just imagine, She's upset that her puja is disturbed and she's angry on Swami. Like, I am worshipping you. How can you allow somebody to come and disturb me like this? So in that anguish and anger, Karuna Sindho Shiva Shambho Kamala Nayana Sai Shiva Shambho Kali Yuga Deva Dina Bandho Kalimala Bhanjana Sai Shambho. She calls out, Karuna Sindho Shiva Shambho. This bhajan came. This bhajan is often sung. It came from her when this robber has put his hand on that Mangal Sutra. What happened? Her Mangal Sutra is fine only. What happened? The robber ran away. God knows what he saw. He just went off. He must have, I don't know what happened. We don't know because that robber we couldn't interview and ask what he saw. But I don't know, he must have got crazy. Like, the first time he must be facing like this reaction. You go to rob somebody, like, hey, or try to fight. And here he goes to steal. Karuna Sindho Shiva Shambho. No, man. But devotion saves. Seva saves. And that is why, if we want oneness with God, we have to achieve knowledge. Achieving knowledge doesn't mean jnana is no jnana. You know, one exhibition was made. In that exhibition, one of my senior brothers from Radio Sai, he was there. Swami had come to visit the exhibition. He had made a model. The model had one bullock cart, one car, and aeroplane. Spiritual exhibition it is. Huh? In that, this year, Swami asked, what is this? Swami, these are the paths to God. Bullock cart. Swami, bullock cart is karma marga. Path of action. Slow it is. Bhakti marga is like car. Best Swami, Jnana marga, flight. Swami said, yeah, that is correct. But remember, if flight crash, no survival. Right? Yeah, that is how it is. We often think of Jnana, so why all this bhajan seva? No, you need. Swami has given a beautiful analogy. Swami says in the clock, analog clocks, the youngsters, we had one clock, tick, tick, it would go like that. Not just numbers. So there's a second hand, there's a minute's hand and an hour hand. Swami would say the second's hand is like karma, path of action. Minute's hand is like bhakti, path of devotion. Our hand is like jnana. When I ask the time, I want to know. If somebody tells time is some 30. What some 30? Tell what is the time. Is it 8 or 9? Is it 10? Most important is to know the hour, correct? But that hour hand won't move unless the minute moves. Seconds, nobody bothers only. 9:35. 9:35, 40 seconds or 45? It doesn't matter. By the time I tell, it's gone ahead. Yeah. But without that seconds hand moving, the minute hand will not move. Unless we do selfless service, we won't be able to achieve bhakti. Unless we indulge in devotion, dvaita, seeking, pining, yearning, we won't get knowledge. Look at all the great jnanis of our time. They have been great devotees of the Lord. They have served the Lord. Be it Ramakrishna, be it Ramana Maharshi, be it Adi Shankara. Adi Shankara is considered the epitome of Advaita, knowledge. But he is the one who has composed so many things. Muda karata modakam sadavi mukti sadakam kaladharavata. Adi Shankara. Adi Shankara, he has composed all of these. So many things he has composed. Devotion. That's why Swami says, these three paths are not individual. You cannot tell, I am jnani, so I won't do bhajan, I won't do seva. No. Like a three-wheeler, tuk-tuk it is, our journey. All the three wheels are needed for it to go. You can choose which is your front wheel. Bhakti can be your front wheel or jnana can be front wheel, but you need all the three wheels. And now I'll conclude with this. That's why, now you may ask how much of devotion to do, how much of seva to do, how much of jnana. This is my understanding. If we look at Swami's 9-point code of conduct, okay? Let's look at it. I will read out. You tell me what you think, whether that is bhakti, karma or jnana. Let's just classify, okay? Where is this? I had just Googled and kept and it got lost. I don't know it by heart. So let me just... You put on your data, you suddenly get all the missed calls and code of conduct. Okay, here it is. So the first one, daily meditation and prayer according to your religious beliefs and feelings. Where will we put this? Daily prayer. Bhakti, okay, one bhakti. Devotional singing, two bhakti. Participation in Sai spiritual education, Balvikas. Jnana, two bhakti, one jnana. Participation in community service, seva, about one entry came. Okay, so one seva, one bhakti, no, two bhakti, somebody keep count, two bhakti, one seva, one jnana. Then attendance at least once a month in group devotional singing in the Sai center, bhakti. So now it is three bhakti, one jnana, one karma. Wow, bhakti is so important. Huh? Regular study of Sai literature. So two jnana, three bhakti. No need of this seva only. Then look at cricket slog over, sir. Speaking softly and lovingly with everyone. Karma, it's an action. So two karma. Not indulging in talking ill about others. Karma, three karma. Sealing on desires. Continuously eliminate the waste of money, food. Karma. Suddenly karma, tuck, it came off. Four karma, three bhakti, two jnana. I feel there's a proportion also here. Yeah. Don't spend all the time discussing why God created the universe, what is the meaning, Brahma within. That is two. 2 out of 9 you do that. This is my understanding. Swami has not told this proportion, but my understanding is like that. 2 out of 9 were dedicated to jnana. 3 out of 9 were for bhakti. 4 out of 9 is for karma, action. So it's not naturally, because that is the second hand. That is the one most it has to do. Then you get, our hand will move very slowly. It's not like next day we get, the enlightenment comes like this. It is the 99th blow that breaks the rock, but you have to hit the 98 blows before. Buddha got enlightened under the Bodha tree, one Bodhi tree, yes. That happened in one day. Before that, what all he has done. In preparation, we see that last and I also try. Sit under Bodhi tree, nothing. You will get droppings on your head. Bird. So that is the reason why this elaborate system has been set up. This thing has been made, and if we don't understand the fundamental basis, I would like to do this, but this person does that. No, I'm not here for that person or this person. I'm here because I want to offer my service to Swami. I'm here because I want to offer my devotion to Swami. I'm here because I want to know about knowledge from Swami. And Swami has said, these are the ways to do. He's guiding me. He's the teacher. That is why I'm doing. Why? Because I want to get this knowledge. Why? Because I want to get oneness with him. I'm here for that. I'm here for my oneness with Swami. Because happiness is union with God. Ultimately, I want to be happy. Anything that I do in life is for happiness, and that happiness comes in union with God. Union with God is oneness with God. Oneness with God comes from knowledge. Knowledge comes from tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. And how to do pranipata, pariprashna and seva? Through these three. These are the what Swami has said. And that is why we are coming to the Sai organization. That's all. For our own selves. I pray to Swami that we are able to remember this always, that we are here for our own uplift. The benefit that others get because of us or others feel is all side benefit. We are just instruments. Dear Swami, may we never forget this goal. May we always strive to serve you, express our love for you, and seek our answers from you and you alone. May the love that we have for you in our heart keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.